Here we have for sale our 2018 on an 18 plate Ford Transit Custom 320. That means it's got the 3.2 tonne gross vehicle weight. This is a 2 litre TDCI, 130 brake horsepower, short wheelbase, low roof, limited automatic van. That's the crucial thing with this particular example, is that it is a very rare automatic model. And what we're going to do in this video is have a little walk around. I'll show you the spec that you get on a Transit Custom Limited of this age. There's also a couple of little bits and bobs which have been added or worth mentioning on this particular example. And we'll talk a little bit about as well the condition, service history, ownership as well, seeing as it is currently available for sale. So starting at the rear of the van, we can see that we've got rear barn doors. What I mean by that, 2 doors which open in that sort of fashion. And the first sort of thing to note on here is you can see that we have got the locks for vans, dead locks, on the rear doors and also on the side loading door as well. So really nice for a bit of extra security. On a Limited, you get a number of elements which are color coded, and that includes the door handles, the bumpers, the mirrors, and as I say, just little bits of trim such as these little bits along the side here. All adds to a much more luxurious look to the van, really. So on the rear bumper, you can also see that we've got rear parking sensors there, which are integrated into the bumper very, very nicely. And there are a couple of little marks I'd just like to show you here on the rear bumper. I say they are quite minor, but as I say, I'd like to be as honest and as clear as I can in the videos to show you exactly what you're buying. Opening up the rear barn doors then. When you open up the rear doors, you'll see these yellow arms here. So as a default, they will lock into place there at 90 degrees. But if you shut them slightly, you can then open these right out. They clip into place there against the door, and that allows you to open the door right out to 180 degrees. And you can do exactly the same with the other door as well. And that just gives you maximum accessibility then into the rear of the van. You may have seen in the advert that this van has got brand new ply lining. So this has just been done, actually done today at the time of recording. And as you can see, it's all looking really, really nice. They do a really nice job. The ply liners, they silicone in all around the edges as well. We've still got the factory hard-wearing plastic floor. That's as it would have come from the factory. And as you can see, ply lining is all there. And that protects the van from any outward dent. So what you don't want is some cargo in the back of here. If you go around a corner that hits into the side of the van without the ply lining, that would cause then an outward dent in the metal. Let's say you don't want that, but the ply lining, of course, protects the van. You can also see that they do the rear doors as well. And as I say, just a note on condition, there are some small elements of wear around the vehicle, but as I say, all actually in good order. Sometimes you see these, especially in these sorts of areas here, where they can be, really bashed in, but they're not looking too bad at all. All very consistent with the, age and mileage of the vehicle. Same sorts of things here you see on the exposed metalwork there on the entrance to the van. You can see as well we've got the factory fitted bulkhead, and you've got the loading hatch down there. There's plenty of tie down points on a Transit Custom, so you get them at the bottom of the bulkhead there, and you've got some at the back here as well, so plenty of things to tie a cargo down in the rear. If we shut the barn doors, we can continue to go around the outside of the van as they continue to have a look at the spec and also the condition here. And this gives you a chance then to look down the driver's side of the vehicle, where you can use the reflection there of that nice Nissan MV300 in the background. We can use a reflection of that to look for any dents, ripples, anything like that. And as you can see, it's all looking really, really straight and clean. There is a couple of little spots of rain just coming down, which isn't going to help my job, but as I say, we will power on. There is a small, very small little mark there that might even actually come off with a bit of polish at the back there. All in all, this is looking really, really clean. As you can see my reflection there pretty clearly. That shows how kind of shiny the van is. Also on a Limited, you get these nice 16-inch Limited alloy wheels. And another note on security, this van has had this uprated driver's door lock fitted as well. There was some publicity surrounding Transit Customs regarding those, and it's nice to see that that has been addressed on this particular van. And as I say, just all the colour-coded elements, the mirrors, those mouldings, door handles, it all gives it a really, really nice look. Now, if we jump into the cab, we can have a look at the spec inside, because you get lots and lots of spec on a Custom Limited. On top of the driver's door, we have electric windows. You've also then got electric folding mirrors, and that's how you operate those. You just push that dial down there towards you. You've also got auto activated lights and wipers. You can see that we've got 2 full remote keys for the vehicle, and we've also got spares for the locks of van deadlocks, and of course that extra security lock on the driver's door as well. And just having a good look here at the step, it's all in nice order. The floor underneath there, have a good look at all of the condition there. It's all looking really, really nice. Same goes with the driver's seat. You've got plenty of adjustability on the driver's seat as well. So this is height adjustability for the whole seat. You can pump that up or down. And then this dial here controls the height of the front of the seat there, that going up or down, and they call that thigh adjustment. And you've got adjustability there for the backrest as well. And you've also got a driver's armrest, which is on a ratchet, so you can ratchet that into position as well. Leather multifunctioning steering wheel on the right hand side here. This is where you can control the onboard computer, which is just up in front of you, which I'll show you in a second. And this is where you can answer and hang up the phone, skip a track. And then on the left hand side, you've got your cruise control settings there, and you can also change the volume on the radio. Looking at that onboard computer which I mentioned, so that is up here, you can see the mileage on this particular van, 42,253.4 miles. And as you can see, there's no warning lights or anything like that on the dashboard. It's all idling correctly as it should be. Looking then further into the van, this is the part that I mentioned at the start of the video, and that is the very rare automatic gearbox. You do not get many of these in an automatic. I actually used to run one myself. They are very, very nice indeed, and as I say, for anyone who's lazy with their left leg like me, automatic can be essential sometimes. Looking up here on top of the dashboard, you've got a USB port and a 12-volt socket up on top of there. And then we come to this center part, and this is where a lot of the action happens on a Custom Limited. So first thing is this tablet style screen, which they introduced on the facelift Transit Custom, which this is. And as you can see, I've got a cable plugged in here, and that is with an iPhone, and that's to show you that this van has got Apple CarPlay. If you've ever used Apple CarPlay before, you'll know that it's a really intuitive system to use, really easy to use, and as I say, you've got lots of features on here, so you can listen to your music via Spotify or Apple Music if you want to. You can use the Maps app on your phone. If you've got Google Maps or Waze, you can actually put that on here as well. So say really, really simple to use, and I say I don't think I could be without it on a vehicle now after having it for a few years. Looking down here then, you've got heated seats. You've also got heated windscreen. That's the actual elements in the screen, not just the blowers. You've got air conditioning. In the summertime, absolutely essential. As I mentioned, you've got another USB and 12-volt socket down here as well. Also on the screen just here, you have, of course, got all your usual audio sources, including DAB radio, and of course, you can connect a phone to this via Bluetooth. This at the moment is going to take me back onto Apple CarPlay, but as I say, you can connect your phone to this via Bluetooth as well if you aren't going to be using Apple CarPlay. While we're in here as well, one other thing I'd like to show you is the service history for the van. Nice to find that the van has been well looked after, and you can see here that a first service there carried out in August 2019 at 17,000 miles, and then a second one in February 21 at 38,000 miles with a Ford dealer. So very, very nice to see all stamped in the service book. We've also then got the fold-down work tray, a couple of cup holders in here, somewhere to store your paperwork, and with the passenger seats on a Custom, you have also got some storage underneath. So if you basically pull on the front there, flip that forward, you've got storage underneath. You can do exactly the same with that far side seat as well. Very, very nice indeed. Right, let's continue to go around the outside and finish off looking at the condition and any other features on the front of the van. So as we move around here, as I mentioned, you've got the colour-coded front bumper. You also, on a Limited, get front fog lights. You've also got front parking sensors on here as well. And if we look at the headlights, one thing that they have become known for, and that is this lovely halo daytime running lights here around the outside. Looks really, really smart. I'm not sure in the camera whether it's really conveying it accurately, but it's a really nice crisp white daytime running light there, which, as I say, I think really sets the van off. In terms of condition on the front, it's all looking very nice actually. Of course, you are going to get a few stone chips here or there, which this van, of course, will be entitled to with 40-odd thousand miles. And again, looking at the front bumper, having a really good look here, there's nothing notable more than, as I say, a stone chip that I can see. There's a tiny little pin dent just there. Not sure if you can pick that out there. It's very, very small. And otherwise looking really nice. Looking down the passenger side there's one tiny, again, little pin dent there, just in front of the handle. But all in all, looking really, really smart. Of course, you've got the side loading door as well. So I'm going to open up the side loading door. That gives you another aspect then into the rear, and of course of the bulkhead as well. And you've got the load through hatch. So this attaches to the bulkhead via a magnet, and that allows you to get those 3-meter lengths right the way under there. As I say, it just clips back into place via a magnet as well. A couple of other loading points here, so you've got tie-down points there and just here. But a really smart van. So just to summarise, Ford Transit Custom 320 Limited. So as I say, this is the bigger gross vehicle weight version. You can get these in 280s and 300s, but this is, as I say, the 320. So theoretically you should be able to carry a little bit more weight in the back of this as well. 2-litre TDCI with 130 brake horsepower, and that all important automatic gearbox. This is the short wheelbase, low roof version, finished in this very nice black. All the usual limited features, which we talked through. I won't run through those again for the sake of time on the video. But we've also got some nice security features as well, such as the locks for vans, deadlocks on the rear doors. We've also got the higher security lock on the driver's door as well. And of course it comes with the bonus of being one owner from new, Euro 6, so you can take this into the ultra low emission zone areas such as central London. And of course it has got that lovely service history as well, which I showed you in the service book. If you'd like to inquire, please feel free to give us a call on either of the numbers listed there at the bottom of the sign. We can arrange finance on all of our vehicles, including this one, at as low as 7.9% APR. And we can also take cars or vans in part exchange as well. Thank you very much for watching.